we have been able to see what $200 million do to a movie here in the US. We've seen it with Captain Marvel, we've seen it with Wish, we've seen it recently with pretty much everything. Indiana Jones, you name it. What you're looking right now, right here on screen, what you're seeing is what $15 million can get you. It is terrifying to think that $15 million did this. I have not seen a more terrifying Godzilla in my life. And I've been waiting to talk about this movie for a while because I did get to see it on opening night, and it was one of the most refreshing experiences I've had in a while. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I talking about Godzilla if this is an anime channel? Because not only is this an anime channel, but this is also a Japanese culture sometimes channel, and the kaiju genre originated in Japan. So, by osmosis, I'm gonna talk about Godzilla. Also, I'm a huge Godzilla fan. And there's always been this burning desire to see Godzilla as the hero, as the villain, as the monster. But if there's one thing that I've never experienced with Godzilla is to see him as terrifying. Every time I've seen Godzilla, I'm always rooting for him. I'm always wishing that the humans lose and that the Godzilla can repopulate the earth with tiny little Godzillas, and everyone lives happy, dead, except for Godzilla. So that's kind of where I'm at until this movie. Godzilla minus one has been one of the most amazing surprises I've seen this year. And I was actually talking to my brother about this, whether this is like the best movie of the year. Now, here's the thing. Objectively speaking, I think Killers of the Flower Moon is a better movie than this. But I don't ever want to watch again Killers of the Flower Moon. But I would 100% buy on 4K, 8K, 16K definition the Godzilla minus one movie. So for me, it is, in my biased opinion, the best movie of the year so far. It is such an interesting piece of work because I might dive into spoilers a little bit, but if you haven't seen it, just trust me, just do it. Um, but this is such an interesting piece because we get to see Godzilla in a light that we haven't seen before, in a period of time that we haven't seen before, where the most common, um, I would say, negative that we always see or hear about when it comes to kaiju movies, especially here in the US, is stop focusing on the humans. We don't give a shit about the humans. Focus on the monsters. We want to see monsters destroying shit. That's it. Here, you don't get that. You get a lot of humans, like a lot. Not saying in quantity, but you do get a lot of human story. And I cannot tell you enough how refreshing that was. That this movie slapped me in the face with its big Godzilla dick and showed me that you can actually care about the humans in a kaiju movie, especially in a Godzilla movie. We've seen a lot of Godzillas, and we've seen a lot of attempts at us, the audience, caring about the human characters so the story can progress and everything. Everything to no avail. And then we have Godzilla minus one that gives us not just a good story that just happens to have Godzilla in it, but also gives us characters and themes that are way deeper than we initially realize. We are dealing with survivor skills. We're dealing with like social commentary on the government. We're dealing with like PTSD. We're dealing with redemption, forgiveness. All of these themes are, goddamn it, all of these themes are explored in this movie, and I cannot stress enough how beautiful it is. Now, let's talk about just the superficial stuff right now, which is what I addressed at the beginning. The special effects, the monster, the how the movie looks. The movie looks fantastic because it's interesting how they blend the aesthetic of post World War II Japan that just came out of World War II. So everything is kind of like destroyed. The ambience is obviously very grim, and they are able to capture the time in the movie fantastically. They make it with modern techniques. So whenever we have like Godzilla coming in, you don't get like this amalgamation of weird CGI, weird technology, and like a bunch of just little set pieces. Let me tell you, I do not know what is practical and what it isn't in this movie. It's very difficult to tell, except for one part. And if you've seen the movie, you probably know the tank scene. That's kind of the only one that sticks out to me. But this movie does so many things right that I honestly don't mind, and I completely forgive it for it. But it's in Jurassic Park, one of the reasons why Jurassic Park still holds up to this day is because they used a lot of practical effects and CGI, and sometimes they would put the practical and just a little bit of enhancement with the CGI on top of it. I'm fairly certain that's what they did here. That they used a lot of practical effects and they CGI'd enhanced it, and others are just completely CGI. But this movie is $15 million budget movie. Absolutely kicks in the nutsack every other Hollywood movie that we've gotten that is supposed to be like a popcorn flick. Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Marvel, name it, Captain Marvel. The Marvels, uh, Quantum Mania, She Hulk. Like we have a prime example on how to really use budget and how you really do not need 200 $300 $300 million movies in order to create something fantastic. Here's the thing, and I'm pretty sure everything that I just said has already been said, but one thing that I don't think has been said yet is how many people will become fans of Godzilla and will want a lot of Godzilla after this movie. And that's the thing. When Marvel came out for the first time, a lot of people that were not comic book fans became comic book fans or became comic book movie fans because the movies were good and accessible. This movie is very good and accessible. So even if you've never experienced a kaiju movie or you've never been interested in watching a Godzilla movie, this would be the one to start with. Because it's not just a good Godzilla movie, it's a good movie. And this can 100% show the world that it doesn't matter what you do, whether it's a superhero or a kaiju or a romance or timepiece, doesn't matter. If a movie is good, it will succeed. Let me know if you've seen it. I am going to watch it again today on IMAX. So, very excited. All right. See ya.